Come on down to the other side.
What is up, viewers, trolls, and haters? This is Pal here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a gameplay slash commentary and whatever the generic intro is. And yeah, today I'm going to be talking about Click, the movie. And if you don't know what Click is, Click, I'm going to just give you a little premise of what the movie is. I think the actor is Adam Sandler, and pretty much he goes to Bed Bath & Beyond one fateful day, and he visits the bed part of Bed Bath & Beyond, the bed part, the bath, and then he somehow finds the beyond part, you know, put premises around that. And what he does, he goes into the beyond parts, like he opens the door and stuff, and he finds this remote control. And what this controller does, it's like the movie's called Click, and pretty much it's like a movie, it's like a TV controller you can click, and what it does is it can rewind time, it can skip stuff, it can reverse. It's pretty much like you can almost not time travel, but it's like TiVo. You can rewind a show, you can rewind your life, you can fast forward it, and you can skip some of it. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. So he has this controller, and he's able to skip a lot of parts of his life, the boring parts and stuff. And that got me thinking one day, since I was having a conversation with my friends just the other day about, redoing stuff in your life, and it got me thinking, And I was thinking about, would you want to have a clicker? Would you want to have that remote control that Adam Sandler has that enables him to go back in time or to fast forward his life and stuff? And why would you want it? And if you want to answer those questions, you can leave it down below. So I'm going to answer the question that I just gave to you guys. I wouldn't want to have the clicker. I wouldn't want to. I'm just going to call it the remote. I won't call it the remote. I wouldn't want to have the remote because simply, nobody, I don't think anybody likes to do homework. Nobody really likes to do hard manual labor, I guess, against their will, stuff like if your dad asks you to go mow the lawn, it's not like, oh yeah, sure dad, I've been looking forward for this, you don't really say that. But would you want to skip that? Would you want to skip, doing homework and stuff and all that, and hard work and all the stuff that you don't want to do? Because personally, I think all that stuff that you're forced to do, or that you do even though you don't like it, is part of who you are. It makes up your personality. It shows how hardworking and dedicated you are. Because if you stay up, personally, I stayed up. It's been like 2 weeks ago. I stayed up 3 days till 4 in the morning reading books and doing homework and crap. And I consider that dedication. If I were to skip through it, if I were to skip through all my doing all my homework and doing that, having that experience, I don't think I would be a different person. And all these experiences that you gain from the stuff that you don't want to do, and all the stuff that you would probably skip in your life, pretty much makes up who you are. Because there has to be a point where you have fun and you have work. You can't just skip the parts of your life you don't want to experience. You can't just do that. I personally think it's stupid for anybody to even consider skipping parts of your life just for the pure joy of skipping to something that you want to do. It's just even though you may not think this, every single second of your life, like I said to my friends, is important. Even if you guys don't believe it, every single second you're living is precious, and you should conserve it. And personally, I don't personally do this. I go oh, it's a second of my life, whatever, I wasted a second, it doesn't really care. I really don't care. And an hour or so, it doesn't really matter to me, I'm still living. But really, if you think about it, every second of your life is precious because you only live it once. And it's just, I find it just hard to believe that, I can't wrap my head around somebody, wanting to fast forward their time on Earth, or actually, I've been talking about fast forwarding, but even rewinding it, because there's also this theory that if you rewind something and whatever, you change something else happens, and it can change the whole path of your life forever. And it's I don't want to think about doing something that I would regret in the past, then having the rewinding it and doing something else, and it turning out to be a different situation, and then hurting myself. Just either way, it'd be like a double-edged sword. And I personally wouldn't like that. And So yeah, it's a very confusing topic. But if you would you have a clicker, a remote, and would you use it? That is my question. And if you made it through this long of a commentary, please subscribe and like, because you guys are amazing. And see you guys later for more amazing content.